Stop everything, family. Xiao Zhan just gave Wang Yibo a surprise gift so shocking, so unexpected, that it left Yibo himself, and fans all over the world, completely speechless. Welcome back to Trendy Explosion TV, the channel where we break down the most emotional, surprising, and talked about celebrity stories in Asia. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss out on the truth behind the headlines. This wasn't just an ordinary gift. Xiao Zhan has always been known for his thoughtfulness, but this time, he took it to another level. Fans had no idea something this personal, this meaningful, was coming. When Wang Yibo opened the gift, cameras caught a rare moment: silence. He froze, smiled nervously, and then, his expression changed into pure emotion. For a star as reserved and composed as Yibo, this reaction was priceless. Fans watching live could barely believe their eyes. Within minutes, hashtags exploded online. Clips went viral across Weibo, Twitter, TikTok, and fan communities worldwide. Many said this wasn't just a gift, it was a symbol. A message from Xiao Zhan to Wang Yibo that spoke louder than words. Some fans even said it looked like a hidden confession wrapped in a surprise. What made this gift so special? Insiders claim it was deeply connected to Yibo's past, something tied to his career beginnings and personal struggles. Xiao Zhan, knowing this, turned it into a present that not only honored Yibo but reminded him how far he's come. It wasn't about money, fame, or glamour, it was about love, memory, and loyalty. Wang Yibo's final reaction? He couldn't even speak. He simply hugged Xiao Zhan tightly, and in that hug, fans saw more than friendship, they saw history, love, and a bond that words could never explain. The entire room went silent, and even through the screen, viewers felt chills. But the story doesn't stop at that moment of silence. What happened next only deepened the shock. Wang Yibo, known for being composed, cool, and often reserved in public, couldn't hold back his emotions. His eyes lingered on the gift, his hands trembling slightly, and for the first time in a long while, fans saw a side of Yibo that was raw and vulnerable. That silence wasn't just shock, it was gratitude, mixed with memories only he and Xiao Zhan fully understood. Insiders who were present later revealed that Xiao Zhan had been planning this gesture for months. He kept it a secret not just from the media, but even from close colleagues. The level of detail in the gift, the personal touches, and the way it connected to Yibo's past struggles and triumphs suggest that Xiao Zhan wanted this to be more than just a surprise, he wanted it to be unforgettable. And unforgettable it was. Fans who analyzed the moment frame by frame noticed something powerful. The way Yibo's expression softened, the way Xiao Zhan looked at him with quiet anticipation, and the way the two eventually embraced, it wasn't just friendship on display. Many argue it was an unspoken message, a silent declaration. Social media exploded with theories. Some fans believe the gift symbolized trust, a promise that Xiao Zhan will always be by Yibo's side no matter how the industry changes. Others speculated that it was a coded statement, a way for Xiao Zhan to acknowledge their bond publicly without words. And yet, the beauty of the moment lies in the mystery. No one knows the exact meaning except the two men themselves. But here's where it gets even more interesting. In the days that followed, neither Wang Yibo nor Xiao Zhan gave interviews about the gift. They didn't clarify its meaning, they didn't give fans a prepared PR response, and they didn't deny or confirm anything. That silence, that deliberate choice not to explain, only fueled curiosity. And what happens when stars of their magnitude stay silent? The internet fills the gaps. Fans began creating art, writing stories, and sharing emotional videos of the moment. The gift transformed into something bigger than an object. It became a symbol of loyalty, of history, and perhaps of love that refuses to be defined by industry boundaries. Even critics couldn't ignore it. Entertainment reporters admitted that they had never seen such a genuine reaction from Wang Yibo in public before. Some media outlets even labeled it as the moment that broke the mask, when years of controlled image finally gave way to something real. And then, the whispers began. Certain industry insiders claimed that this was not just a gift, it was a signal. A signal of a new chapter for Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. One insider suggested that the two may be preparing to collaborate again in a way that will shock fans even more. Another hinted that the gift was tied to a private anniversary known only to them. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. Xiao Zhan's surprise gift changed the atmosphere completely. It left Wang Yibo speechless, but it also left fans questioning what comes next. Was this simply a heartfelt gesture between friends? Or was it the beginning of something far larger, something that could reshape how the public sees their relationship forever? And that's where the mystery deepens. Because while we may never know the full story behind the gift, what we do know is this: the bond between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan is unlike anything the entertainment world has ever seen. And each new chapter only makes fans more eager to witness the next. But let's talk about what fans and the industry are whispering behind the scenes, because Xiao Zhan's surprise gift to Wang Yibo wasn't just an isolated moment, it may carry hidden meanings that most people overlooked. First, the fan theories. Some fans believe the gift represented a secret code. Why? Because Xiao Zhan has always been intentional with symbolism. In previous fan events, the clothes he wore, the colors he chose, and even the songs he sang seemed to mirror Yibo's choices in some way. Fans began to wonder, was this gift another symbolic link? Could it have been chosen not just for Yibo, but to silently communicate with their shared fanbase, known for catching every detail? Others took it even further. A group of international fans claimed the design of the gift contained imagery tied to the Untamed, the drama that made them global icons. To these fans, the gift was more than a memory. It was a callback, almost a promise that their story, whether on-screen or off-screen, is far from over. But then we shift to the industry perspective, and the conversation takes a different turn. Entertainment analysts have noted that Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan are not just celebrities, they are brands. Everything they do has financial, cultural, and political impact. For Xiao Zhan to present such a deeply personal gift, knowing the world would react, shows that this wasn't a casual gesture. It was a calculated risk. By letting Yibo's authentic, speechless reaction go viral, Xiao Zhan essentially broke through the walls of scripted celebrity behavior. And here's where things get even more fascinating. Insiders report that after the event, certain major studios began re-evaluating how to approach collaborations with both men. Why? Because fans didn't just see the gift, they felt it. The emotional response proved that anything involving Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan together carries a power unlike anything else in Asian entertainment. That kind of influence makes producers, brands, and networks both excited and nervous. Now, let's return to the symbolism. Some cultural commentators pointed out that in Chinese tradition, a gift can carry layers of meaning depending on its material, its design, or even the timing of when it is given. Could Xiao Zhan have chosen this gift not just for sentiment, but to send a subtle, coded message? If so, the fact that Yibo was left speechless tells us that the message landed perfectly. Then comes the fan art and tributes. Within hours, thousands of fans worldwide had already turned the gift moment into edits, collages, and even animated recreations. One viral video compared Xiao Zhan's gesture to iconic love declarations in cinema. Another fan thread analyzed Yibo's body language in detail, noting how his usually sharp and guarded demeanor softened into something almost childlike when he held the gift. But the silence that followed, both from Yibo and Xiao Zhan, is what continues to feed speculation. In an industry where stars are often quick to release clarifications or statements, their decision to let the mystery linger feels deliberate. That silence becomes louder than any explanation. It forces fans and media to keep talking, to keep guessing, and most importantly, to keep watching. And perhaps that's the true genius behind Xiao Zhan's gift. It wasn't just about surprising Wang Yibo. It was about creating a moment that lives on far beyond that single day. A moment that fans will replay, dissect, and remember, a moment that strengthens the legend of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. So what happens next? Some predict a joint project announcement, maybe a drama, a film, or even a performance that reignites their on-screen chemistry. Others believe the gift was more personal than professional, a private message disguised as a public spectacle. Whichever the case, one truth cannot be denied. Xiao Zhan's surprise gift left Wang Yibo speechless, it left fans breathless, and it left the entire industry guessing. And that is the power of not just a gift, but of a story that continues to unfold before our eyes. But here's where things take a surprising twist. Weeks after Xiao Zhan's unforgettable gesture, subtle signs began to appear online. Dedicated fans noticed that Wang Yibo started liking posts and photos that carried themes similar to Xiao Zhan's gift. Was this just coincidence, or was it Yibo's way of acknowledging the meaning behind it without using words? Even more intriguing, several insiders hinted that Yibo had been quietly preparing something of his own, a response, a counter-surprise. If true, this wouldn't just be about a gift anymore, it would become a dialogue between the two, told not through interviews or statements, but through actions and symbols. And fans are watching every detail. For example, when Yibo was spotted wearing an accessory that resembled part of Xiao Zhan's gift design, speculation exploded. Did he wear it on purpose as a tribute? Or was it his way of showing the world, I carry this with me? Meanwhile, entertainment media has not slowed down. Headlines range from the gift that shook Asia to silent love story or clever PR. The debate is endless. Some journalists argue that this entire episode is carefully staged to keep both men at the center of attention, while others insist the emotions were far too raw to be scripted. But here's the truth, regardless of the motivation, the impact is undeniable. The bond between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan has once again proven to be one of the most powerful forces in modern entertainment. Every gesture, every glance, every silence turns into a story that captivates millions. And now, the biggest question remains, will Wang Yibo reveal his own surprise for Xiao Zhan? Will he match or even surpass the emotional weight of Xiao Zhan's gift? Or will he continue to let silence and subtle hints speak for him? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, this story isn't over. In fact, it feels like it's just beginning. The world is watching, fans are waiting, and with every passing day, the anticipation only grows stronger. And now, let's leave this story hanging on the biggest question of all. If Xiao Zhan's surprise gift could leave Wang Yibo completely speechless, what could possibly happen if Yibo decides to return the gesture? Will it be something even more symbolic? Something that shakes not just their fans, but the entire entertainment industry? I want to hear from you. Do you think Yibo is secretly planning a response? Or do you believe Xiao Zhan's gift was so powerful that it simply cannot be topped? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because trust me, this debate is far from over. And if you've enjoyed diving deep into this moment with me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and turn on your notification bell. Because the next chapter in this story could break at any moment, and you'll want to be the first to know. This is Trendy Explosion TV, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep the conversation alive, because when it comes to Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, the surprises never stop.